Jolie, it is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Alora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Alora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow. Got something on your mind, do you? Oh, I get it.
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away.
We could look into this to calm the Selkath's fears, though I doubt the Republic would be involved in anything illegal.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place that doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian or the Achani can help you, though they lack the stomach for certain jobs. Why do you care? There are other mercenaries you can hire, though I suggest you act quickly. The Republic seems to be in desperate need of mercenaries right now, though not so desperate they have asked for my help as of yet. They prefer the simpering, submissive type, like the Mandalorian or the Achani. They lack the resolve to do what needs to be done. The Achani believe in a non-existent warrior code of honor, and the Mandalorians prize credits above bloodshed, but I am Eridorian. Honor comes from slaying your opponent, and the true reward of any job is the taste of your foe's dying blood on your tongue. Yes, I'm not surprised. There are few on this watery world who feel comfortable in my presence.
Now, I'm as cold-blooded as the next guy, but I'm starting to wonder if working for the Sith is a good idea. Bad enough they wiped out Terrace. Now I hear they did the same to Dantooine. Seems like they don't care who they kill, and they don't even need a reason. I need work, but if I have any choice, I'll sign on with the Republic.
Can't stop now. Busy, busy, busy.
Say, you must be new around here. My name is Viglo. You don't look like those Republic scum, and you aren't one of us Sith. So what brings you to Manon? Well, you picked a real stinkhole to stop at. Republic soldiers are everywhere. As arrogant Selkath treating us Sith like we're second-class citizens. I wish we could bomb this ocean world into a desert. But we need that Kotor for our Sith troops. Man, I hate this place. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do nothing. Malak should send a fleet in and conquer the whole sector, Kotor or no. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know? Sure, pull up a seat. I'll have the bartender ring us up a couple of mugs of the local favorite. It's called a Phyrexian Tooth. Watch out for these, they pack quite the bite. 2 or 3 of these babies and you won't even remember who you are. Wow, it's good stuff. Maybe even better than the Kessel spice, am I right? Oh, you want to talk business? I was hoping you wanted to ask something more, you know, personal. Look, I don't want to talk shop, I just want to relax with my drink, which is unfortunately empty now. As long as it's not about Sith business, the answer is yes, sweetie. Yes to another round, yes to I think you're gorgeous, and yes to anything you want to do together. One more, barkeep. Hurry up, man, this stuff is powerful quick, but it wears off just as fast. I better not. You don't even want to know what the punishment is if one of us Sith shows up for a shift drunk or hungover. I better take it easy. I've got a shift tomorrow and I don't want to end up passed out on the floor, but I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know? You're some kind of historian? You should look to the future, not the past. That's why I joined the Sith. And then I get stuck on Manon, worst post in the galaxy. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do nothing. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I better not. I suppose one more wouldn't hurt. Barkeep, ring up another round. Well, miss, I fear I'm good and truly drunk. But don't let my inebriation fool you. You're still a gorgeous creature. Perhaps we should make our acquaintance more intimate. I know a little motel just around the corner. Excuse me, miss. I don't want to talk about this stuff anymore. Why don't we just slip away together, darling? Yes, one more drink. Just what I was thinking. Head hurts. Eyes blurry. Must get back to embassy. Find bed. Oh, let me sleep. Oh, let me sleep.
have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic. I have no desire to speak to you.
You hiring for the Republic or the Sith? Then why are you wasting my time? There's big money to be made here. I can't risk missing a job offer because I'm yapping with you.
Can't stop now. Busy, busy, busy. These mercenaries are running me off my feet. Talk to the bartender if you want something. Sorry, if I stand still for even a moment, one of these mercs will have his hands where they don't belong. Can't stop now. Busy, busy, busy. Can't stop now. Busy, busy, busy.
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers. They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
One day soon, the Selkath will pay for the indignities they have inflicted on the Sith.
Why can't the Selkath see what the Sith are really like? They should ban them all from this planet.
They say everyone on Manon is equal, but it seems the Republic is a little more equal than the Sith. Neutrality? Ha! That's a laugh!
Why can't the Selkath see what the Sith are really like? They should ban them all from this planet.
Manon should treat us Sith better. Their day of reckoning approaches. The Selkath have forgotten the lesson of Taurus. Perhaps we should remind them.
Why can't the Selkath...
Manon should treat us Sith better.
I suppose you're Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him. Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
If it weren't for the Republic, Manon would already be under Sith control. But we haven't heard one word of thanks from the Selkath. Why can't the I'm sick of hearing about Manon's neutrality. It sounds like a coward's excuse not to fight, if you ask me.
Got something on your mind, do you? Oh, I get it.
How may I be of... What is it? Of course.
When I get out of here, you're dead! I'll gut your fishy little corpse, cut off your head, and bathe in your blood!
Jolie, what are you doing here? Laura sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the Selkath seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed. Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Selkath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial. Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Alasa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Alasa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you! Further, they say they found my heroes cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Selkath, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
These Selkath don't know what they're gonna miss.
Greetings, Master Jedi. I hope you have a pleasant stay.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns. The strings of numbers that end the code sequences. If we could complete those strings, we would have the key to their encryption system. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. The second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions. Hey, great! You sliced the encryption on those cards. They change the codes regularly, so you'll have to use it pretty soon or not at all.
I'm sorry, I'm on duty, citizen.
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet. The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them. Combine this with conventional training to resist interrogation, and sometimes it takes months to get them to tell what they know. Do you want to interrogate him now? Well, the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from force persuasion. We have found a few hooks you might find useful. He was with another man when he was first spotted. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also seized some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to investigate, but it may be a while. What we have here is your standard issue truth serum. It should make him spill his guts in no time. But there is a catch. Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback. It causes short-term memory loss. This may work to your advantage because you can try the same tactic over and over again. But if you use it too much, he may forget everything we want to know. Shall we get it started then? No problem. He's not going anywhere for a long time. You're back. Do you want to interrogate the prisoner? Let's get it started then.
What do you want? You're not. You lies. You work for the Republic.
The Sith will never trust you again, spy. We're the only place you have left. Tell us what we want to know.
Never. I am Sith. I will never betray them. Your Republic is weak, and will soon fall at any rate. You think me weak enough to give in to false promises of wealth and riches? The Sith are stronger than that. We will have it all eventually anyway. There's nothing you can do to me, Jedi, that the Sith wouldn't do worse. I'm not afraid of you. Or, what do you want? What companion?
The gutless Sith worm is already starting to crack. We'll have what we need within hours.
Ha! The Sith are stronger than you. Each one of us. You'll never break us.
Of course, they would never believe we let you go so easily, but they would all too happily believe you betrayed them.
The Sith are not that easy to fool. We would see through your petty deceptions and destroy you for the way you try to humiliate us. Nothing you could do to us would make us talk. We Sith are stronger than you give us credit for. Or... Tila? How did you find out about her? You think bribes will work? You must be dumber than I thought to think that a Sith would join the losing side just for credits. No, please don't hurt her. Please. Ha! You couldn't have her. You're bluffing, Jedi scum. Or... You think bribes will... Do whatever you want. I know. Ha! Or... Or... You're not. You think me... There's nothing you... Or... No, please! No, please don't hurt her. Please! You think Or... You're not.
The Sith will never trust you again, spy.
Never. Or...
Of course, they would never...
The Sith... Nothing...
The gut...
Ha! Or... Or... You think... Do whatever... Ha! Or... Or... Ha! No! You think Or... You're not. You think...
The Sith...
Never... Or... Or...
Of course, they...
You can't do this to me. They would kill me in ways too horrible for you to imagine. Nothing you...
The gut...
Or... Do whatever you... All right. All right. I'll tell you what you want to know.
What's the passcode to the Sith base?
It's Zeta 245698 Alpha. Just no more.
Good. With this pass, you should be able to get into the Sith base without trouble. Just don't delay too long, or they might learn that he's been captured.
If you got a problem, go talk to our diplomatic representative. Don't bother me with it.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid in the Sith base? Time is a critical factor. We cannot allow the Sith to decode that data recording, or our operations on Manon will be compromised.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want, too. The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though. What do you want to know? Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me? I was in my room, minding my own business with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly, checking out the listings for the big tournament that's going to be held here soon, when I heard a blaster shot. Being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw Glupor in the hall by Alassa's room, and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty. Yes, well, I'll be right here. Not like they're letting me go anywhere else.
What are you doing in my room? I'm too tired to enter a discussion with you tonight. You can speak to me tomorrow at the Mercenary Enclave if you wish. Good. Leave me to my privacy.
Chiki kun selka, Jona mulira ton glupor kimba no kun nek lorcha. Glupor ton hit wanaji selkat agi inko tune, glupor mulira, chuna mulira, tonk glupor kipa non kun nek sit abog. Glupor chi ita kanki, chana kilikon, glupor nibo jimata, wipun nage, tong abag sunsham u glupor ninong, glupor tong hit wamaji selkat ad inko tune, tonk kimba no kun nikset abog. Glupor yun tung chiwi ita, bola un chikne mulira glupor, kon muli slimo pui wanga kun viskin, glupor kimba nikcha lora kun. Glupor chi ita kanki, chana kilikon, glupor nibo jimata, wipun nage, tong abag sunsham u glupor ninong, glupor tong hit wamaji selkat ad inko tune, tonk kimba no kun nikset abog. Glupor picha ge borang turang, glupor wangki yuma batmalyaw no wish, glupor no una pangpa, mulira kongking. Glupor chang wapa chingo, shangwi chama ucha wish uyong kung. Glupor tong itwamachi, glupor tang abag shang glupor non pitesa, Yun patisa. Lupor chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Lupor nibo jimatawi puna. Lupor kakinja nawabagaon. Ufmala nibo lupor jimatawi punagi. Lupor rangka ja tongshi abagja. Lupor kachopa bogra shonko takchicha. Chawa wiskun yun kun.
You, Jedi, I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface. Let us just say that I'm an interested party, and that I have concerns. This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elasa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes? Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies. Because you have no one else to trust. Not Sunry, not the witnesses, and certainly not the judges. And if you take my advice, what have you to lose? Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Yeah, what do you want? Your choice.
How may I be? Manan, with the Selkath seek as they and both how?
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.